Our morning show, Kitchener Sing is the road made to walk on Carnival Day. Our next guest is showing that it's made to walk on much more than that. Tilo Kruse would have made news walking from Toco to Icacos, and he's in studio with us sharing some time. How you do, sir?
Yeah, good morning. I'm good, thank you.
Now, you would have been speaking with us from time to time, and we have you in studio now.
Yeah.
So what is the main thing that would have been coming to mind during your leisurely stroll through Trinidad?
My leisurely, so what do you mean the main thing?
What's some of the things that came to mind in terms of like your observances, experiences?
Oh yeah, no, I find that it is like true what I said at the beginning, like maybe even more than I expected, that Trinidadians are very, very kind people and very nice people. I mean, yeah, I had like one bad experience where some young guys tried to rob me, but other than that, I didn't have any really negative interaction with people. Everybody was kind. A lot of people got inspired by my walk, and I'm really, really happy that this happened. And yeah, it turned out to be more people than I actually expected.
And when you say inspiration, what kind of inspiration did people share with you that they got from your walk?
Well, inspiration that things like this is possible, right? A lot of people don't think that was possible before, and now they say there's actually a guy who now does the same thing on a bike, just the other way around. So hearing about stuff like that makes me really happy.
And with all of that, take us back to the start. What made you decide, this is a good idea and I'm going to do this?
What made me decide to do that? Oh yeah, well, basically, when I heard about all the violence and all the crime and all the people telling me this is a bad idea and I couldn't do it, I thought, no, I don't think so. I think I could, because my experience with like most people was like completely different. And yeah, so I went out to prove it, and now I proved it successfully. You can walk across Trinidad with no money, no food, no equipment, nothing, and yeah, people will help you, people will be kind, and I documented the whole journey, and I hope I inspired some people.
Where do people find that documentation?
Well, on my TikTok, on my Instagram, it's the pilgrimage of life everywhere. Yeah. And
do you have a favorite experience, something that you think about the most in terms of that through this pilgrimage of life?
Well, one thing that stood really out to me is like the cultural connection between people. I met a guy in a village, I don't know how widespread that is, but I met a guy in a village who went to a Hindu temple, he went to the Christian church, and he went to mosque, and he told me like he participates in Ramadan. Everybody there goes to a mosque, but also everybody goes to like the satsang, and on Easter they go to the church, and that's like very crazy for me that he just goes to every single religion in this area.
I think that just means that he's grown up in Trinidad and Tobago, because that mix is beautiful.
Yeah.
But talking about religion and spiritual journey, and somebody like you getting into Icacos like Jesus Christ on Palm Sunday, where did you find that donkey, Tilo?
Donkey?
You want some animal?
Oh no, the last part I did on a horse. Well, it's just life. It's just the whole. I just walked down, and there was a farmer who told me he has a horse, and we were waiting for a camera crew, and was like, yeah, I can bring it over. I told him I could ride, and was like, let's do the last part on horse. I think that would be pretty cool. So I did it. Yeah.
Right, and apart from the challenge that you had with the young men, what are some of the other things that you would have gone through to make you say, I kind of question my decision now?
Well, I never questioned my decision, honestly. It wasn't like that. I always like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But there's like sunburn, and I've got like several blisters, and I wasn't really used to like that much attention all of a sudden. Normally I travel alone with like just me, nobody really noticing, and now it was the complete opposite, so that was kind of new to me. But overall, I think it wasn't super difficult, actually.
And the fact that you had people traveling with you at different stops of the journey,
yeah.
What was that like in terms of like them sharing their experiences, just having conversation?
Well, it wasn't too many people who traveled with me. Like there were sometimes a few times where someone joined me, like a TV crew joined me, or some guy from a Presbyterian church said like, yeah, let's walk with me. But most of the time I was alone. I'm just talking about like people on the side of the road, right, who see me and like, hey, I'm gonna give you some food, some water, let's take some pictures, say hi to my mom, or I don't know, go on my Instagram story and I talk about something from Trinidad. Things like that. Those are like the most interactions I have. So most of the time I still went alone.
It seems as though even though you're making that walk and you're walking, some people might like a little more of a cushion, but it seems as though when people offered you money, you were like, no, I don't want it.
No, I don't take money. No, I just wasn't like. I think money. You can just buy everything with money, right? Money wasn't. I don't like taking money from people. I think it's not like the spirit of this journey.
And so this is in Trinidad and Tobago, specifically from Toco to Icacos.
Yeah.
But the pilgrimage of life, what was the initial inspiration for you to start on this literal walkabout?
You mean my whole journey?
Yes, the entire journey just outside of...
That's a very long story, but basically I finished high school and I wanted to do something different with my life. The pilgrimage, the name comes from because I did an actual pilgrimage. It's called Camino Santiago across Europe, and then I thought about the idea of basically going to the Amazon rainforest, starting with no money, earning everything along the way, and not using planes. That's my thing. So normally I travel with money, but the money I earn along the way. This is just, I wanted to prove it, so this is why I did it with no money.
What does family say in terms you're in contact
my mother
with them?
isn't too happy about it, but my father's like, it's gonna be fine.
And do you have a point in time, like a goal that, okay, I want to get to this point, or at the end of this time, this period in time, I'm going to do something else?
We'll see. We'll see. Probably might take another 2, 3, 4 years traveling. I don't know. I'm very spontaneous in that regard, yeah.
Okay, and what's next for you?
What's next for you? I actually think about walking across Tobago too, because, I mean, your country is Trinidad and Tobago. If I may tell this story, it's okay? All right, so I have someone who supports me. His name is Roger, and he was there from the very beginning when I had no followers, right? And yeah, he was supporting me when I got robbed. He went to the police station and he followed me the rest of the stay, and he also checked in. He came over from time to time, and he actually has a daughter, and his daughter has lupus, which is it's a very bad disease, and he told me about it, and the organization is very underfunded. So I had the idea I'm gonna walk across Tobago too, and I'm gonna live stream the whole thing. And I'm going to try to get some donations for the lupus organization to help other people with lupus in Trinidad, to raise some awareness. We're just in the planning, so we don't have a specific date, but that's, I guess, the next thing.
Something to look forward to.
I want to do in Trinidad and Tobago.
Very good, and we want to thank you for highlighting some of the good that we have in our lovely country, Tilo Kruse. All the best with you and your endeavors. And we are going to be coming back with more after this. Stay tuned. This is the Now Morning Show.